Hi friends, welcome to ETL Insight. Today, as an Informatica admin, we should know about an important tool called Jira, which contains all the information about how much of work is getting done and how much of efforts each individual is putting into. And this is how business can understand the efforts of every individual. So let's see what's this Jira. Jira is the number one agile project management tool used by teams to plan, track, release, and support world class software with confidence. It is the single source of truth for your entire development lifecycle, empowering autonomous teams with the context to move quickly while staying connected to the greater business goals. The dashboard looks like this. It contains all the information about in progress and done and approved information about the tasks of every individual who are part of a board. So each story contains a story point and also adds how many hours it might take for every story. So this is how the Kanban board looks like. Let's understand important terms under Jira. Product backlog. A prioritized list of tasks or features that needs to be completed for ETL. This might include new data sources to integrate, transformation to implement, or data quality checks. Sprint backlog. A list of tasks selected from the product, backlogs to be completed in a sprint. User story. A description of a feature or task from the perspective of the end user. In ETL, a user story might be, as a data analyst, I want to extract customer data from the CRM system so that I can analyze purchase patterns. Task, a single unit of work. For ETL, tasks can include designing ETL jobs, writing transformation scripts, or testing data loads. Epic, a larger user story that can be broken down into simple, smaller tasks. An example could be implement customer data warehouse. Define of done, a clear, concise list of criteria that must be met before a task or user story is considered complete. So you can explain in your interview more on these terms so that the user understands that you are aware of Jira dashboard. Next, important terms can be arranged like this. So epic would be at the top level, then would be story points. Each story would contain subtasks or tasks, and if you encounter any bugs, that also will be encountered and taken into account during the Jira week. So this Jira sprint is a weekly or bi-weekly based on the project. It's decided as weekly or bi-weekly. So every story which can be covered under one sprint is taken into account and assigned to individuals. All the story points are decided with the product owner and formed into a backlog, and based on the availability from the backlog we bring in the stories and assign it to users. So the main important members in a Jira workflow is team members, who are all the developers, admins who are part of it, who actually perform the task or story. A scrum master who actually handles this Jira board or workflow. Nowadays, even team leads contribute to this. A product owner who is the main person who gives the epics and also decide on the story points. So this is about the basics. Next, we will consider the key meetings in a Scrum workflow. First is the sprint planning, a meeting where the team plans the work to be done during the sprint. So a sprint can be 1 week or 2 weeks based on the project. So the ETL tasks are defined, estimated, and assigned. Daily stand up. A daily stand up is a short meeting where team members discuss what they did yesterday, what they will do today, and are there any blockers they are facing. So, this would be scheduled every day, a team's meeting of 15 minutes or so, where each individual can speak between 5 to 10 minutes and discuss their issues and concerns, or whatever is completed, they can mark it as completed. Sprint review, a meeting at the end of every sprint to demonstrate what has been completed. For ETL, this could be involved showcasing data transformations or load process. This meeting will have all the discussions around what is completed, and you can also demonstrate a demo of what is completed, and product owner can give a go ahead on that. Or if you need some improvements, you can put back the tasks based on the discussion. Next is sprint retrospective meeting. A meeting after sprint review to discuss what went well, what didn't, and how we can improve things in the next sprint. So here, if any appreciations or escalations are being discussed, and then also discussion will go around how sooner we can complete the tasks if anything is pending or which took a longer time in the previous sprint, and any automation or any kind of improvements which can be done is being discussed in this retrospective meetings. The example of Jira workflow Scrum for Informatica upgrade. Say, for example, I consider Informatica upgrade and how does the Jira story and epic flow, we can check in this example. So you can explain this being an admin, then the person who is listening to you in an interview will understand that you have clear idea about Jira dashboard. Backlog creation. User story 1. As an ETL admin, I need to upgrade the Informatica environment to the latest version to improve performance and support new features. The tasks would include the following: assess current environment and documentation requirement, plan the upgrade path and rollback strategy, prepare the infrastructure for the upgrade, perform the upgrade in the development environment, test the upgraded environment, perform the upgrade in the staging environment, test the upgraded staging environment, perform the upgrade in the production environment, test the upgraded production environment, document the upgrade process and any issues encountered. So in sprint planning, we select the tasks for the upcoming sprint, break down the tasks, estimate the efforts and assign them to the people available. Sprint backlog. Task 1. Assess the current environment and document requirements. Plan the upgrade plans and rollback strategy. Prepare the infrastructure for the upgrade. These would be under backlog. Daily stand up. Team members provide their updates. Yesterday I documented the current environment. Today I will plan the upgrade path. I am blocked by a dependency on the new server. So these are some of the examples. Execution. Tasks move through the workflow stages: to do, in progress, and done. So first we will add it to the to-do list of every individual. They will drag it into in progress and update their status. We have to make sure that every individual is updating the stories every day, based on which we can understand the progress. And then once everything is completed, we can mark it as done, and the Scrum Master can approve it and move it to the approved state. Sprint review. This demonstrates the tasks completed, such as documented environment and upgrade plan. Retrospective discusses the successes and areas for improvement. Example, the documentation went well, but the upgrade path planning faced some delays due to unexpected infrastructure issues, so on and so forth. Example of a workflow in Jira. Another story would be, as an Informatica ETL admin, we upgrade the environment and add the tasks to this story. We move the tasks to sprint backlogs, assign the tasks to the team members. assess the current environment and documentation requirement. So all the three tasks which we added into this current sprint, we will make sure it moves into all the states to do, in progress to done. That's how we can mark that for this week's sprint, the required tasks were completed on time. And in the daily stand-up, we provide all the documentation and updates, and we also address any blockers. And in sprint review, we show the complete documentation and upgrade plan, wherein if product owner suggests some minor corrections, we can do that. Or if they mention any more enhancements, then we can add to a new story to the next sprint based on these discussions. Sprint retrospective, which will reflect on the sprint to identify improvements. As I said, since we unforeseen blockers we found in infrastructure and which cause delay, so how we can mitigate these, and any other user stories which are already in backlog needs more attention, we can consider based on these discussions. I hope you got a clear idea about Jira workflow and one sample example of how you can explain the complete flow of it, and who are all the people involved and what are all the important terms to be considered is clear by this session. Of course, it's a short session, but these information, if you are conveying it to the interviewer, I'm sure they will get impressed. I hope you like our channel content. If you like our channel contents, please like, share, and subscribe. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.